not telling women what to do with their bodies, then, I would encourage you, Brian, not to tell the roughly half of women in America not to go take their bodies and drive to the polling place and vote for pro-life candidates, which is what happens. I want to clarify here. You're saying that the women on the Democrat side wore pink jackets. I'll try to clear it up for you. About half of women are pro-life.
But wasn't well said
Put
at
it in
all.
blunter terms so that you can understand it. But if you want to tell them what to think and what to do with their bodies, I suppose that's your prerogative.
I very much understand it, Michael.
Hold on one second. I have a question for you.
No one told them what to do or what to think.
Michael Knowles went on Piers Morgan Uncensored and absolutely annihilated a few woke idiots here on this panel. This was one of the worst annihilations, one of the worst destructions I have ever seen from somebody on Piers Morgan, because Michael Knowles just absolutely tore them to shreds and they had no idea what to say in return. Let's get into this clip here where Michael Knowles absolutely annihilates this woke panel here live on Piers Morgan Uncensored.
Girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male. He smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it.
Now, Jojo, do you agree with him that the issue of trans athletes in women's sport is damaging to women's rights and negatively impacts on women?
What I would love to discuss, actually, is
Can you just answer the question, please?
And the fact
just answer. Please answer the question.
I don't think this is an issue this wasn't a State of the Union.
I'm asking you a question
specifically, but this. And I'd like to talk about how we're not talking about the price of eggs. We're not talking about the price of gas. We're not talking about the cost of living or what the stock market did yesterday. We're not talking about what he's actually doing.
About the speech.
This is an
issue,
Piers, which impacts such a small percentage of the American people. The American people care about the cost of living. They care about the price of eggs. They care about the stock market crashing. These are the things they care about, Piers. Instead of that, we're talking about these side issues.
If you're not going to answer the question, I'm going to mute you.
The merits of
let me bring in Brian.
You guys both
we talk about if we're talking about random.
Sorry, this is ridiculous.
I will answer your question, Piers.
Okay. Can we just, please? Jojo just refuses to answer my question.
Holy crap. That was... Okay, that's a start to the video. That was one of the most annoying things I have ever heard in my ears before. Like, this lady, she has to know that nobody can hear her because Piers Morgan is saying, mute her, and she's still yapping. All you can hear is Piers Morgan clearly speaking, and then she's just like, nobody cares about trans. Yeah, that's not the question that he asked. Just answer the question that's asked. Is it really that complicated? Nobody actually cares about trans issues. They care about how much their eggs cost. Yeah, of course. That's what most people are more worried about than the trans issue. But can we not talk? Can we only talk about the cost of eggs? Is that the only thing in politics that we're allowed to talk about? Or is it the fact that you have a losing argument when it comes to this trans men and whatever the hell it is, trans people in sports issue? It's probably because she has a losing argument and she knows that, so she refuses to answer the question because there is no right answer. She either admits the truth and she gets shunned from the woke cult, or she tells a lie and looks really stupid because Michael Knowles is going to go ahead and destroy her here in a second. But let's get back to it.
Substance of his speech.
Let me ask Brian. Brian, do you agree with what Trump did about trans athletes in women's sport? Do you agree it was unfair and impacts negatively on women?
I will answer your question directly if you could give me 45 seconds to do so.
No, I just want to answer the question.
I feel like
you can't
if you're born a man,
you can't all keep doing pre-planned speeches about something else.
I'm answering your question directly.
Okay.
I'm answering your question directly. If you're born a man, transition to a woman, I have never believed that you should be on the same playing field as a woman. However, this is not a top 5 issue or a top 10 issue in polls around the country.
Oh, it is. It is.
No, it's not. In what poll, Piers? In what poll?
It is.
You know what it comes under? You know what it comes under? You know what it comes under?
Do any of you know a trans athlete?
Joe, you've had your chance. You didn't answer the question. I'm talking to Brian.
Do you know one?
I'm talking to Brian. The point is, Brian, it comes under this umbrella. Comes under the umbrella of common sense, what Trump calls the common sense revolution, and he says America is no longer going to be woke.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Resonated, I think, third with people in America, and here's why. Because they had that one advert, you may remember, Kamala's for they, them, Donald Trump's for you. The New York Times, a liberal newspaper, said that could have moved the needle in the election by 3 points.
So Piers, let me respond to what you just said, Piers.
Hang on, Brian. Brian, here's my second clip I want to play you. This is all the Democrats wearing pink. Democrat women. Take a look at this. Oh, they're just pictures. Okay. We've got an overlay here. This is Democrat women, including trans Congresswoman Sarah McBride, wearing pink in protest at, quote, Trump's policies, which are negatively impacting women and families. Now, forgive me, Brian, but the utter, brazen, laughable double standard of wearing pink to support...
I'm going to give you a double standard.
Hang on. Let me finish. To protest at Trump policies negatively impacting women, when they all think it's fine for trans athletes to destroy the integrity of women's sport. Explain that to me.
Well, not even just the hypocrisy of the situation, but also I would love for Piers to ask one of these woke idiots, what exact policy does Donald Trump have that is negative towards women? Because the only argument that you could possibly make is the abortion one. That's the only one that you could possibly make. And the thing is, Donald Trump is a lot more lenient on the abortion topic than I think most conservatives would like him to be. Especially like myself, I wish abortion would just be banned nationwide. That's what I think the right choice is. I think it's very clear that's what the right choice is. But Donald Trump has said many times, as many times as you can, every single time he's asked, he says, they ask him, if an abortion, a nationwide abortion ban bill came to your desk, would you sign off on it? And he said no. Every single time he says no. So which policy does Donald Trump have that's detrimental to women whatsoever? What is it? What, name one? That's what I would love Piers Morgan to ask these people. Let's see what he says.
Sure. You talk about protecting women and the gall of them to be wearing these outfits, when in half the states in this country, a woman cannot get an abortion and in some instances has to drive to another state. Geography should have no bearing over a woman's body. So if the Republicans on this panel care about women and care about women's safety, then let's talk about the fact that in some of these states, if a woman is raped or the victim of incest, she has to be forced to have that rape baby. What I want is consistency, Piers. I answered your question. I played 2 sports in college. Yes, I agree. If you're born a man, transition to a woman, I don't believe you should be competing with women. I've been very consistent on that. However, don't tell women what to do with their bodies. Don't tell women that it's okay, you should just drive to another state. If this is about protecting women, then you guys on this panel should be with me across the board and try to be consistent.
This argument is so gay. It's so stupid, man. When he's like, don't tell women what to do with their bodies. Idiot. We have an entire law. Like we have a law that everyone in the country has to follow, in which we're telling everybody of all genders, all races, all made up genders that you could possibly think of what they can and can't do with their body, or else they get thrown in jail. What do you mean? Like, if I go and tell a woman, hey, don't murder that person, am I going to be criticized for telling a woman what she can and can't do with their body? It's so stupid. It's so gay. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. How is this not looked at as the most idiotic argument of all time? I don't believe we should tell women what to do with their bodies. We've been doing that since the beginning of time, since the beginning of conscious thought, where we could possibly think of a civilization in which people follow a rule of law. We've been telling women and men what they can and can't do with their body, such as murder, such as steal, harassment, like all kind of things. We follow the rule of law. What kind of argument is this? It doesn't make any sense. And also, like, I don't know. This is just me personally. I don't think that. Yeah, it sucks. You know, if somebody gets raped, that sucks. That's awful. Do we need to make it even worse by murdering the baby that had no fault in the situation? I don't know. I don't think so personally, but I don't know. It's a tough conversation to have. I do know that is a vast minority of, you know, the abortions that happen throughout the country. And yeah, it's really disgusting to even think about. Just that argument really sets me off. I don't think we should tell women what to do with their bodies. We've been doing that forever, man. And it's not just the abortion topic where we tell women what to do with their body or what they can and can't do with their body. We do that with every law. In every single one. It's so stupid.
For once in your life,
happy to
when it comes
respond.
to
Okay, no, you don't just shout when you want to.
Oh my God! Kick this woman off. I never want to see this person again. Her voice is too annoying. I never want to hear this voice again. I never want to hear this.
Panel.
You know what? As a woman on the panel, you just chose not to answer my
respond to the question.
No, you choose not to answer my question. Brian answered my question. Therefore, he has my respect.
This is
all
what
right.
you're
I'm going to go to Michael now.
You're talking about an adjudicated rapist who brags about
if we're
grabbing
talking
women by the
about
pussy.
not telling women what to do with their bodies, then I would encourage you, Brian, not to tell the roughly half of women in America not to go take their bodies and drive to the polling place and vote for pro-life candidates, which is what happens. I want to clarify here. You're saying that the women on the Democrat side wore pink jackets. I'll try to clear it up for you. About half of women are pro-life.
It wasn't well said
Put
at
it in
all.
blunter terms so that you can understand it. But if you want to tell them what to think and what to do with their bodies, I suppose that's your prerogative.
I very much understand it, Michael.
Hold on one second. I have a question for you.
No one told them what to do or what to think. No one did that.
My question is, you're saying that the pink jackets represent the attack on women's rights, but the only two issues we're talking about here are abortion. I'm sorry. I thought that was your implication, that there was an attack on women's rights.
No, I mean, maybe I need to clear things up for you, Michael, because don't put words in my mouth.
Why were they wearing pink? Why were they wearing pink?
Go really slow, Brian. Go really slow for him.
Okay, I'll be very clear to you, Michael, and I'll repeat what I just said, and maybe you can get the MAGA wax out of your ears, okay? I'll explain it to you, okay? There are a lot of women in this country that I speak to, apparently you don't, that believe Donald Trump is a threat to their rights. Now, a lot of different rights.
Which rights?
Abortion is one of them, Michael. So, Michael, hang on.
Okay, that's what I said.
There are women in this country. Michael, I'm trying to clear it up for you.
Something called the SAVE Act,
Michael, I need another 20 seconds.
Including your pro-life women.
Okay.
Michael,
so far you've agreed
Michael,
with
hang
me.
on. Michael, I'm trying to clear it up for you, as you just said, okay?
Thank
so
you.
I understand you're obsessed with this transgender issue, but even though it probably doesn't affect you in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, I'm glad you've clarified.
He's trying to answer you.
No, you were not totally right. You're totally wrong.
Right. So
you're not letting me even answer your question. You keep interrupting me.
No one can hear. If you talk over each other, nobody hears any of you. So,
let me finish, Michael.
Brian, finish your point, then Michael, you respond.
The point I was trying to make is that if the idea with transgenders and women's sports is about women's safety, which I do tend to agree with, then you should also agree with the fact that women in this country, some of whom are raped or victims of incest, are forced to have that baby. If you care about women's rights and women's safety, then let's do it across the board, Michael. Did I clear that up for you, Michael?
All right, Michael.
You cleared up that what I said was right. So I guess my question then is, if the pink represents the Democrats' advocacy of abortion and transgenderism in children, then what you're saying is that women's rights to Democrats are the right to kill their own children and to castrate the ones who survive.
Here
is
we
that
go.
right? Do I have that right?
To kill their own children. That's your.
Don't even answer that.
That's what abortion is.
No, hold on. I'll answer it. That's your definition
it wasn't a question, it was
of what
a statement,
illegal abortion
you can answer
is.
If you like.
Okay?
But you'll let those kids grow up and get killed in a school
statement.
shooting, right, Michael? That's how pro-life
Say it again. Sorry.
Hang on.
This is actually painful to listen to, man. But these people, I don't know where the hell Piers Morgan found these two guests. I don't know who they are. These are some of the stupidest people I've ever seen on television. Like, why? Dude, the fact that these sorts of people have platforms genuinely blows my mind. You know, sometimes I try to play up these videos for entertainment purposes or whatever. This one, I am genuinely pissed off right now. Like, this has put a damper on my day. Like, this is painful because these two people on the right are just so very stupid. Some of the most low IQ humans. And I mean, Michael Knowles he's tearing them apart, but he's honestly just toying with them. Like, it's not like this is an intelligent debate in which Michael Knowles has to dig deep and make sure he gets all his facts right to destroy the other side. Honestly, like, they're just so dumb. I think anybody could destroy them if they have any ounce of common sense. This is wild.
Before I go to Matt, I'm going to ask
my God, stop talking.
Jojo, I'm going to ask you a question, a simple question.
What are you talking
Give
about?
me a simple answer, Jojo. What is a woman, Jojo?
Yes. Well, a woman is whatever. If you feel like you're a woman, then you're a woman. I know I'm a woman. I identify as a woman.
So if I feel like a woman right now, I'm a woman?
I'm not threatened.
Hang on.
What would you feel like?
If you feel like you're a woman, it's your identity, sure.
So hang on, just to be clear.
I'm sorry, what's a man? Piers, what's your definition of a man?
Just to be clear.
What's your definition of a man?
So just to be clear, if I feel like a woman right now, I am a woman. Is that your position?
And if you feel like you are a woman, Piers, and you want to walk around identifying as a woman, it is not my prerogative to tell you that you cannot.
Am I a woman?
I identify as a woman. What is a man, Piers? What is a man?
Oh, a man is
Donald Trump a man?
Human.
Can I?
That's it.
Piers, can I jump into that question?
Adult human male.
Adult human male.
Adult human male is a man.
An adult human male.
Can I finally
get and a woman is an adult human female.
I don't think I can do this any longer. I'm not gonna lie. My energy is completely drained. This is insane. And I know why this guy right here is shaking his head and he's like, oh, this is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous conversation. It's not a ridiculous conversation, man. If we can't establish a baseline of reality for what is a man and what is a woman, there's literally no point in having a conversation with you. This person, I don't know who this is, Jojo, whatever the hell, needs to be banned from television. I never want to hear this person's voice again. I don't know what it is. It is the most annoying voice I have ever heard on any one of Piers Morgan's shows, ever. This person needs to never come back ever. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think about Michael Knowles and Piers Morgan absolutely destroying these two woke idiots. Not very hard when you're this stupid and this low IQ, but he did. Michael Knowles did, and Piers Morgan also did. Absolutely wiped the floor with these idiots. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this whole Michael Knowles versus this woke panel here on Piers Morgan Uncensored.